All right, so I'm super excited. We're going to talk about social media and how it can really change your LuLaRoe business. If you don't already know who I am Crystal Foy, LuLaRoe Crystal Foy, and I'm coach of the Lula Legends. Before joining LuLaRoe and before having children, was the vice president of a public and investor relations firm in Manhattan. I did a lot of work with social media. My experience with social media was with healthcare and mining companies. So very different than doing a fashion brand, but it really correlates between the two, and you can kind of see a lot of the similarities and how you can kind of intermingle. I think a lot of what we do in LuLaRoe and a lot of the people that we see being super successful are really using social media to their advantage. They're marketing, they're being strategic in the things that they're doing. So we'll go over a quick PowerPoint presentation. I will tell you some of the things that I've learned. I'm going to share my screen, and I will also show you guys how to boost a post. And then I'll open it up for questions. So whatever questions everyone has, I can answer those after. So let's jump right in. I'm going to show you my social media presentation, which I am not super good at, but let's go like this. I think there's a way to see it. Oh man, I used to do so good at doing this. Now I don't. Okay, so harnessing the power of social media. I love these pictures. I wish I had more of these pictures, but I use this slide in Virginia at my speech, and I like to show this slide because this is my why. And I don't have everyone on here, but this is a huge part of my why. I started doing this because it was kind of selfish. I wanted to not just be a mom and a wife anymore. I wanted to have more to my life. I wanted to have a feeling of doing things. So you could see those crazy Foy boys in the picture with myself. I started out wanting to just be more, and it has slowly, completely, and totally changed for me over the course of 1 year. It went from wanting a little bit of extra money for our family to do fun, exciting things to saying, okay, we're going to make college funds for our boys, and we're not going to have them worry about going to college. And now it's waking up every single day and going, okay, we're responsible for the 220 people on our teams and their families. And this is just some of the people that are on our team, a lot of which are on this call right now. But this is now my why. Donating to local charities, giving our time, making sure that all of these people are successful, because that is what is important to us now, and it's really changed. So what started as a selfish find myself has turned into helping other people's lives. So we'll jump right in. I always like to start out with stats. I feel like they're really interesting to see. And one of the things that really stands out to me whenever I do social media stats is Snapchat. It is still the fastest growing network. It is, in my opinion, a lot harder to capitalize on a Snapchat market with LuLaRoe than it is on some of the other markets. Twitter is also a little bit difficult. I feel like Twitter is more for like breaking news, more communicating with people. I just don't really see that as being a great platform for LuLaRoe. However, I could be totally wrong, and there could be really great ways to use it. In my opinion, Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest are where it's at. I think Pinterest is probably one of the most underused social platforms. If you don't already follow Kendra Campbell, take a look at her. She posts on Instagram every day, and she takes those. I think her husband is a professional photographer. I may be incorrect by saying that, but I believe she posts on Instagram every day, and then she takes those pictures and she puts them onto Pinterest. And she has grown a huge following, and people really identify with her and use her images. And she really got her name out there just via social media. Facebook, we all know that LuLaRoe runs very, very, very importantly on Facebook, and we probably couldn't survive without it. So this is probably one of my favorite things. So 51% of purchases are influenced by Facebook. I always tell you guys to advertise on Instagram. If you look on the second bullet under Instagram, Instagram users are 2.5 times more likely to click on advertisements than on any other site. So although I always stress to do Facebook business pages, Instagram is also a huge market. If you're not, I would highly recommend using Instagram and advertising on there. When you boost a post, you can just cross advertise it right onto Instagram. And these are some other really just like simple statistics that you guys can kind of look at. I love the 93% of pinners use Pinterest to plan or make purchases. I don't know about you guys, but I've got like 47 dream homes planned on Pinterest right now. And I'm sure you guys do the same. And I've started going in and like pinning top outfits and ideas like that. And it's really helped me. And I can show you guys. I did that green Nicole, black Lola combo. And someone was like, you should really put it on Pinterest. And I did it after the fact, and I found myself on there several more times. But can you see this? Ready? Check this out. So there's my little picture on Pinterest. That has 2,000 shares. So 2,000 people shared that picture. It has my watermark on it. So people can go search. And if you search LuLaRoe outfits and that sort of thing, mine is actually one of the first pictures that come up. So if you come up with a really cute idea, watermark your picture and put it on Pinterest. Every single one of your outfits, just throw in an album. If you already take the picture and you're doing in WordPress, you can actually on WordPress add like LuLaRoe Jamie and upload it right to Pinterest from WordSwag, and it works phenomenal. Even if you only get a couple people, you get people trickling into your group. And I get a lot of people that tell me, I found you on Facebook and I saw that it said LuLaRoe Crystal Foy, and I went and I found you and I joined your group. When you should post, if you take anything from this, this is one of the biggest things that I hope everyone takes from this. More than 50% of the US population is in the Eastern time zone. So that's really important to take into consideration when you're planning events. The times that are best to post are going to be Saturdays at noon and Thursdays and Fridays from 1 to 3 on Facebook. It's actually 1 to 3 on Facebook on Thursdays and Fridays because they say that people are bored at their jobs. It's the end of the week. They've usually checked out mentally, so they're scrolling through their Facebook. Instagram, weekday mornings. I also have personally found that about 4 or 5 in the evening when people are coming home from work is another great time to really get that Instagram market. And then weekdays, evenings between 7 and 10 p.m. for Pinterest. Really great for posting. So these are a lot of stats and statistics that you guys can kind of read on your own, and I'm happy to share the PowerPoint presentation in our team page. But basically, by doing all of these different social media platforms, you're hitting different audiences. Some people have Instagram but don't have Facebook. Some people have Facebook but don't have Instagram. Some people love Pinterest. Some people hate the other social media networks. I find that a lot of older women that maybe won't do Facebook and Instagram will do Pinterest. They like to find crafts, that sort of thing. So you really need to think about all the different ways that you can capture these things. Using these different platforms, you're getting new customers, and that's always a really good thing. It's also cheap. Social media is the cheapest form of advertising. To take out a print ad anymore is like crazy and so ridiculous. So I'm going to go down. Okay. So these are my top tips. I tell you guys this all the time. First of all, make a plan. Who uses Postcron? If you're not using Postcron, Hootsuite, any of those things, they're minimal costs. They will save you hours of time, hours. So I highly recommend downloading one of those platforms and planning out your week, your month, whatever works for you. I am guilty of not doing this myself. I don't plan out my social media enough. However, for something like Perfectly Paired Packages or mystery leggings, when those things happen on a schedule, I have all of my posts already made and scheduled. I don't have to worry about it. Tomorrow, when Richie's having his eyes, Richie's having LASIK tomorrow. When he's having his LASIK done, I've got posts scheduled to go up so that people already know. So I think that it's really important that you make a plan and be consistent. If I have seen anything happen to people, it is that they take a week or two off. Everybody needs a break. That's okay. If you're going to take a break, have some giveaways on Postcron scheduled to post. Team up with someone on your team or another team and say, hey, can you take over my page while I'm away or while I'm sick? Once your algorithm starts to go down, it is very hard to pull that algorithm back up. The key is really to A, either keep it consistent, or B, continually keeping it growing. Lots of things where you get people to engage with each other, make comments, make suggestions. Those are the kind of posts. Last week, 2 different customers of ours posted this or that outfits on their own. I didn't even have to ask them. One lady was like, hey, do you like the brown boots or the black boots? She had 300 comments. I was like, hey, $10 little cash for you. Different things like that. That is really, encourage your customers to post pictures of their outfits and ask advice. Maybe you have a friend that you could say, hey, I have a question. Do you think you could post a this or that outfit and ask people in my group what they like better, just to kind of get something different? And it's not always you that has to be posting, which is nice. I've tried to get Richie to start posting a little bit more in our group as well. So maybe having your husband be a little bit more active if they're somewhat involved in the business. So using all social media networks, I do a lot of the same things. Like if I post on my business page, if I'm posting on my Instagram, I'll either share it to my business page or my group. I don't do it to both. I try to do it to different ones depending on the day. If I had a sale or lots of posts going on in my group that day, it'll go to my business page. And you want to make sure that you're changing things up. Instagram, hashtags. Like you must look up the top hashtags. Figure out what is going on. LuLaRoe addict, LuLaRoe love, outfit of the day, winter fashion, mom boss. All of these things are really great hashtags to look at. I'm going to turn my screen share off. And I'm going to answer the questions. And then I'm going to come back in because I saw people were writing, but I couldn't see anything. So, oh, yep. 3 days off, accident, dead group. Yeah, see, like for stuff like that, I would plan out so that you're getting those things so that you're engaging. We had posts, I had Postcron set up posts to post for Christmas because we took those few days off too, and we had it set up so that it posted and I didn't even have to worry about it. I post outfits of myself almost every single day. 5 days a week, and then I have the photographer that comes and I have a little stock of a couple images in case I don't get dressed, or like today I didn't do it. Today I was like the hottest mess on earth until I took a shower before. So it's really, really, really important, and I totally recommend and tell everyone, post pictures of yourself. I can't even tell you how many people I'll post something and they'll be like, hey, do you have that outfit? Something that I'm going to do this week that I'll kind of give you guys like a little inside scoop on is go in your inventory. If you've got 5 of the same shirt, put that on in an outfit. If you're not going to keep it, hide the tag, take a picture of yourself in it and say, oh my God, how cute is this? And say, I've got it in an extra small, a small, a large, and an extra large. First 5 people to comment with that size gets that piece. I have this Amelia, it's a beautiful Amelia, but I have 7 of them. So I'm like, oh my God, and none of them are my size. So I like worked it out today. I like tried it on and I got all, you know, those hair clips, and literally I'm standing in the bathroom and I'm like sucking it in and I'm like, okay, Richie, clip it so that it looks like this is actually my size. So little things like that can really make a huge, huge difference. You guys know that I have really done a lot with my business page and all of that to grow my group. I am going to, I'm going to pull up my Facebook with the 77 million things I have going on. Okay, let's do a quick screen share, and I'm going to show you how I boost. Can I give you 5 butt ugly users? Of course, I will take them. Wear them. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to share my screen. I'm going to show you how I boost. Once again, I can't see if you guys are asking questions, so I will go back to that. And all of a sudden my computer keeps doing this, so just ignore that. So if you scroll down, so here's my business page. I have been able to, Richie, will you grab me a glass of water, babe?
Sure.
Thank you. I have been able to really effectively grow my business page. And let me scroll down. I'm trying to see how many likes I have to tell you guys. And of course, now I can't find it. I want to say like 10,000. Oh, 11,000. So I have 11,000 likes. I've got 500 new likes already this week. I don't boost my page. I have found that boosting my page does not work as well as boosting posts to get people onto your page. So here's what I'm talking about. Tons of pictures of myself. Even on days that I don't want to do it, I still take a picture. I do things like this every once in a while, like we have our join group and we do Q&As. So every once in a while, I make sure to post about that so that people are aware of the opportunity. Okay, so here's the one that I started yesterday at 8:10 a.m. Take a look at this. 597 shares, 645 comments. I now use pictures of myself. Why? It's recognition. I'm not using stock LuLaRoe. Look, and I didn't even do that much on this. I'm not using stock LuLaRoe photos. I'm using pictures of me so that people are seeing me and recognizing me when they're coming to shop with me. Always, always, always watermark so that people aren't stealing your pictures. Okay, so reach. Organic versus paid. If you don't already know, organic reach is what you're reaching by people sharing the post. Paid is what I'm actually paying for. I want to say I spent $80 on this. I could be wrong. I did it for 1 week. I think I did $80. So you can see right here, comments, shares, page likes, photo clicks, all of that stuff is right there. So these are the interests that I do so that everyone can kind of get an idea. I do women ages 22 to 65. I used to do 18. And then I realized it was a lot of younger high school girls that maybe don't necessarily have the money to spend on LuLaRoe and probably have the time to enter a lot of giveaways. I know that probably sounds totally discriminatory, but that's, I think, the truth. So in the US, and then I have all of these different things: online shopping, jewelry, pop-up retail, marketing, online shopping. I just try to hit everything. This one's running for a week. Some I do 2 weeks, some I do a week. Each one of these giveaways over time, I would say I get, from this giveaway, I'll probably get about 300 new shoppers in my group. So we constantly find that we're getting new customers and new people shopping, and we try our best to keep our loyal ones there. I'm going to be honest. A lot of people think that these kind of giveaways won't get you your best customers. I don't know if you guys know this name. I'm going to say it. I probably shouldn't even say her name. Melissa Jaquette. I don't know if she's in any of your groups. She found us on one of these giveaways. She joined our group probably about November. We added it up the other day because we had to know. And we talked about it in Virginia, $6,100 since November. She bought all of her friends and family Christmas gifts with us. It has come to the point where, I'm not even joking, we literally, when she shops, we don't ask her to fill out a form. We only have the one-time form. She gets free shipping automatically no matter what she purchases, and every purchase she gets, we give her something extra. Whether it's 2 pieces of jewelry, a free pair of leggings, a top in her size. I know every single size that she is in every single piece of LuLaRoe. Your best VIPs, you should know all of that about, and you should be able to help them instantly if they need it. So that's really boosting. I actually also, and I'll show you, I've been really bad and I haven't been boosting our in-home shopping events, and I did ours this week and I actually had a really good response from it. So here's my drop-in shopping. And someone tagged someone in it. What did I spend? Maybe $15 on this. Let's say $20. I spent $20 on this. I've already had, so this is the people reach, and this is the people that actually clicked. I've already had about 7 people PM me wanting more information about this event. So if you have a little bit of funds, if you do open shopping, if you do open houses, anything like that, try to spend that little bit of money. I do a 50-mile radius for this. That's what I personally found works best for me. I'm going to take it off screen share. How often do you recommend doing this? So I, believe it or not, for my business page, I have a boost going 24/7. I run one for 1 week, and then typically they run 2 weeks. This one I did 1 week because it was just a little bit different than what I normally did, and I was trying to like plan it. But I typically run them when one ends, the next day, the next one begins. And I know I do spend a lot of money between advertising and the giveaways. However, like I said, Melissa Jaquette has paid for all of it times 100. So I think that's really important to think about, that you, even if you only get 5 really good VIPs, it's worth it. It's definitely something that you have to build up over time. So for example, if you only have 30 people that like your business page, you can't go on and spend $100 and be like, oh my God, I'm gonna get 500 new shoppers. It doesn't work that way. You have to build your algorithm up in the Facebook world. So ask teammates to like your posts. You could do chains and like each other's pages. Engage with them. If people ask questions on your business page, write back answers to every single comment, because then you're really just getting yourself higher up in the algorithm. Yeah, I would do maybe, I mean, I think you could potentially do 2. But you could also do, you could definitely overlap if you wanted to. I don't see anything wrong with that, but I haven't personally done it, so I can't really speak too much to that myself. Yes, there's definitely a chain on Team Unicorn Wranglers where you can go like everyone's business page and they'll come back and like yours through. That's a really good thing, like Becky said. There are a lot of ways to stand out. And I know that if you're on my team, you probably think I'm a broken record because I literally say this every single day, and I'm going to say it again. Every single day you should be posting pictures of yourself wearing LuLaRoe. At least 3 to 5 times a week, wear LuLaRoe and post a picture of it. And not leggings and Irma. Everybody knows about leggings and the Irma. You need Amelia's and Joy's and Sarah's and all of those amazing, fun things to really elevate yourself and stand out. So that's kind of the basics. If you missed the beginning of this, because I know I got it to Chelsea late, I did a quick PowerPoint presentation, and I am more than happy to share that. And I'm also going to save this and post it to YouTube after so people can watch the replay. I'd love to answer more questions if anyone has any. So probably what I would want you guys to take away from this is Postcron or some sort of Hootsuite or anything that is going to post for you and take time away. Plan out your social media. You need to take a varied approach across multiple networks. If you're not using Pinterest, use it. It is as simple as uploading your pictures on there and following people who like LuLaRoe things. Like LuLaRoe, a lot of people you can look and they have LuLaRoe boards. Follow them. Spend 10 minutes a day doing that and you'll really get a big following. Honestly, like we have our assistant, and one day I was like, I'll give you $20 if you go home and just follow people. Like literally it's that simple. You could probably incentivize your friend with a pair of leggings and be like, hey, go follow 500 people. I'll give you a pair of free leggings. Cost you $10. They think they're getting a free pair of $25 leggings. So posting pictures of yourself, using different platforms to make your life easier. Do giveaways where people, I think if you're on my page, you recently saw we did, you win a 3-piece outfit by posting pictures, and everyone was adding their friends to get them to vote for them. So A, you're getting people into your group that weren't in your group before, and B, you're having likes and comments on each individual picture, which is boosting your algorithm up. I know a lot of people have been having trouble with algorithms. I've seen people with really, really big groups struggling lately, like really struggling. I've seen someone that I normally go on their lives and they've got 200-300 viewers. They can't get more than 60 or 70 viewers. Somehow their algorithm went down, and it's really hard to work that back up. Going live consistently will really help you with that. Even if you go live and do a 5-second sneak peek, whatever it is, you really have to make sure that you're consistently going live, consistently posting. I don't go more than 24 hours without posting in my group. I usually post in my group twice a day. I also find that there's a fine line between posting personal and posting too much personal. I think that you need to tell people about your family, about your why, about your story, but I also find that there are oversharers. And I think that sometimes people don't want to know, I had a really bad day, I stepped in poop. Or my, like if it's funny, if you're like, oh, my kid peed in my face, like, like whatever it is, people want to hear that stuff, but they also want to be like, oh, and my family's sick again, and we're sick for the 17th time this week. Like you got to keep it somewhat light. And think about what you would want to hear as a shopper. So I am happy to take any questions that you guys have. If you come up with more questions offline, I'm happy to answer those. I literally could talk for 500 years, but I'm taking a page out of Chelsea's notebook and I'm working on time management. So I tried to be as short and sweet and to the point which I'm not always. But really, I really just think overall it's about doing a varied approach, doing different things. We didn't really do mystery leggings, and we kind of got back into it again. If you're on my team, you heard me say today, we sold 313 pairs of mystery leggings this week. I never expected to sell that many. We hyped it up. We got people excited. We shared 1 million pictures. We went insane. We went overboard. And I think sometimes you have to do that. On the same token, my perfectly paired packages didn't do that well this month, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. I still sold a lot. And I sold a lot of them at $115, which I was not expecting. I was like, really? But I'm glad to have offered that to my customers. And I'm like really excited to put together these bigger outfits. I'm not just doing leggings and tops. I get to do Sarah's and Amelia's and Joy's and like really layer people up, which I'm super excited about. So really, as long as you're engaging your group and being active, and like I said, if there is going to be a time period where you're not going to be able to post, take that time to yourself, but have someone else on your team step in for you. Have posts set up so that you're not missing out and you're not engaging your team, your group, excuse me. I think that's really important. So you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're on my team, obviously, you can ask me all the questions you want. If you're not and you need to get in touch with me, Chelsea can give you email is a really good way to get in touch with us. I get so many PMs that Facebook blocks them now. Even teammates, I had a teammate get blocked this week. So Facebook is really screwing with me. They were even my friend, and Facebook literally blocked the message on me. And the person had sent me screenshots. I was like, no, that doesn't happen. They're like, no, it does. So email is the best way to get in touch with me. It's crystalfoylularoe@gmail.com. And if you have any questions, I am happy to answer them. Thank you guys so much. I will talk to you all later. Good night.